Are you gonna let it affect you? Or are you gonna come back stronger? I knew my self-worth. I just hate the fact that people think that because of who I am and how I look, I'm gonna give you all these people that look like me.
For this life I cannot change.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is talking about some of the barriers that I've gone through as a football coach. So if you're interested in finding out what these barriers are, make sure you guys keep watching this video. So guys, let me just start off by saying I think anything you do in life, you're going to come across barriers, especially someone that's from a minority background. Like, we've got it tough, I can't lie, but one thing I've learned to do is accept it and try find ways that I can overcome these barriers or even challenge these barriers. And I think definitely what I'm doing now is challenging all these barriers that I'm facing in football. All we've got to do is just keep breaking down these barriers, and I guess that's why I'm a football coach. Like, I'm ready to break down these barriers. Yeah, these barriers get to me at times, but I feel like that's normal. Do you know what I mean? Some days you're gonna have your bad days, and some days you're gonna be up here and you're gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'm ready to break down these barriers. But it's all a journey, really and truly. But yeah, having said that, let's start off with the first barrier that I've gone through. These are not in order, by the way, it's just came to me from the top of my head. The first barrier that I've put down is having to get from A to B to Z. I feel like traveling to different locations as a football coach is really tough. If you don't have a car and you're a pedestrian like me, you're gonna struggle. You're actually gonna struggle. So if I could give you one advice, go get your license before becoming a coach, before getting all these coaching roles, because you're actually going to need a car. You're really going to need a car. So yeah, I think that is a big barrier when you want to do all this coaching, you want to take all these opportunities, but you've got no car. You can't keep relying on people to take you to places. You can't rely on to get in other coaches' cars. You don't want to feel like you're always just harassing. So me, for example, I work with Liverpool Foundation, and I only tend to do sessions that are in talk stuff. I don't really like to branch out to other areas. Why? Because I know that I can't get to these areas, and I don't want to keep thinking, oh yeah, how am I going to get to here? I don't want to rely on a bus to take me there, because buses aren't really on time at times. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a headache. Do you know what I mean? So the second point I'd say is knowing what to put first. Do I put coaching first, or do I put working first? Because I work part-time and I'm also a coach at Liverpool Foundation, so I think it is difficult because I'm having to get from one to another, and sometimes I have 30 minutes to get there, and it is a headache. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Do you know what I mean? I want to be coaching all the time. I don't really want to be at my part-time job, but coaching doesn't pay the same amount as my part-time job. Does that make sense? So I think it is really difficult. I've kind of prioritized my part-time job over coaching right now, because I know that my coaching doesn't really pay me the same amount. And you know, a girl's gotta live. I need money to come in. I like money. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm doing X amount of hours at the foundation and it's not the same hours as that I'm working at my job, then you know, I'm gonna have to do more of this and less of this, because this doesn't pay what this pays. Do you know what I mean? So I think that is really difficult. And another thing I'd say is knowing what to put first. Do I put my voluntary coaching first, or do I put my paid coaching first? Well, of course I'm going to put my paid coaching first, but the people that I'm around that I volunteer for then get upset at the fact that I'm not there often. And you know, it's just hard and difficult, because then these lot get upset, do you know what I mean? And certain comments get made, and then that affects me, and I'm just like, well, why are you saying that? Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I guess people are always going to have their opinion, so just do you. That's advice I'll give you, just do you. So even though I do want to do my coaching, I think where I am at today, I think it's not really possible, and I'm not ready to take the risk of leaving my part-time job to do more hours, for example, at the foundation. Even though you might want to be coaching full-time, you've just got to be realistic and actually, you know, weigh out the pros and cons of the situation. And you've just got to ask yourself questions like, is this worth it? is it going to help me in the long run, all that good stuff. And I guess you'll come to a conclusion. I guess I've came to my conclusion, and I know that I'll be staying at my part-time job until I do find a full-time role within football. It doesn't really necessarily have to be football coaching, but once I find a full-time role within football, I think that'll be when I'm ready to leave my part-time job. So the next point that I've put down for a barrier that I've gone through is the lack of support from people that actually understand what I'm going through. So I think one thing I've struggled with in the past, and I wouldn't say now because I've found mentors and there's people that I go to when I need certain advice, but when I did start my coaching, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do next. Like, there was no one that I could go to and be like, I'm feeling like this, what do I do? And when I did go to certain people, they couldn't relate to me, so they couldn't actually give me advice, do you know what I mean? So I think that was really, really difficult, but I don't think I did make any mistakes. I just walked away from a lot of situations and I put myself first, and you know, I knew my self-worth. So another advice I'd give you, know your self-worth. But yeah, I think having a mentor and just going to someone and speaking how I want to and how I actually feel, and knowing that they understand me and they tell me they understand me, I think that is so nice. Like, it's so nice, it's such a nice feeling. So the next point that I've put down is self-doubt. Like I said, this barrier, you'll come across it in anything you do. I feel like you're always going to have self-doubt, but I think recently, since I've been getting the sessions in, self-doubt has started to creep on me, because I'm doing sessions and sessions aren't going well, and I'm coming away from sessions like, oh my god, Hilal, you're a shit coach. But no, like, one thing I've realized is coaching, like, this is a journey. This is a journey, my friend. You're gonna have your good sessions and you're gonna have your bad sessions. Not all your sessions are gonna go right, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta revisit sessions 3 times for it to work on the 4th time. It's just how you deal with it, really. Are you gonna let it affect you? Are you gonna come back stronger? Are you gonna come back stronger and be confident in who you are and what you do? So I think right now I'm starting to have more confidence in myself. I'm believing in my authority and I'm standing my ground. And I think that's something that I never used to do. Like a year ago or 2, I never used to use my authority, but this year, baby girl, I'm using my authority. Like, don't come to my session and think that you can talk to me however you want. Don't come to my session and feel like you can be lazy, because you're not. Do you know what I mean? And don't speak to me like shit, because it's just not gonna run. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you that I'm Hilal Ali, and if you don't like it, there's a door. Do you know what I mean? The next barrier I'd say is institutional racism. So basically, I've got to kind of word my words correctly, because I could get myself into trouble. But when I just see it happen in football, I'm just like, really? 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 Because it's just like, you guys scream that you want people that look like me, you want people that are from the minority background, but your body language is telling me you don't want me here. And if you don't want me here, there's the door and I'm walking out of it, do you know what I mean? One thing I have is a big mouth, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm always going to speak up. And that's the advice I'd also give you guys. Speak up if you ever feel like you're going through some sort of discrimination, or you feel like someone's being racist towards you. Speak up, my friend, and get them into trouble. Thank you very much. So the next barrier I'm currently going through is feeling as though I'm not going to reach my goals. I think it's called the glass ceiling. So you can see it on the other side, but the glass ceiling is kind of saying, no, baby girl, you're not going to reach that. You're not going to get through this. You can see it, but you're not going to get to the other side. And is that my imposter syndrome kicking in? I don't know. Is it because I see job opportunities going and I apply for it and I don't get it because of who I am? I don't know, but I do feel like that a lot. Like I said though, it's the UK. But why do I keep blaming it on the fact that I'm in the UK and this is the way that it's always been, so it's going to stay like this? No, it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's really not going to stay like that, but sometimes there's just not you can do about it. Do you know what I mean? You've just got to take it on the chin and carry on your day. So the last barrier that I'd say is feeling like a tick box. I often do feel like I'm a tick box and I get certain jobs because of who I am, and you know, sometimes that's a good thing, that's an advantage. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. If you want to give me that because of who I am, you do that for me. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like, why do I have to get this job because I'm a black Muslim female? Like, I just want someone to turn around to me and be like, oh my god, you're a sick coach, I love your vibe, I love everything about you, I'd love you to work for me. But there's times where people just offer me jobs on the spot and they're like, oh my god, I would love to have you at my club, I'd love you to bring diversity to my club. And it's just like, yeah, obviously that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, but it's just like, why do you look at me and go, oh, you're the one that's going to bring us diversity? No, sweetheart, no, you go do that on your own. Like, I just hate the fact that people think that because of who I am and how I look, I'm going to give you all these people that look like me. No, it doesn't work that way. Do you know what I mean? It really does not work that way. You've just got to impress these parents. Maybe they might want to bring their kids to you, and if they don't, then you've got to find out a way how they can bring their kids to you. But don't look at me and be like, oh my god, yeah, she's gonna get us all these kids from Toxteth to come play for us. No, honestly, I'm not gonna do that. And when you do say that to me, I'm just not even gonna consider what you've said. I'm literally gonna block that out and go coach for someone else. Do you know what I mean? So advice to anybody that ever wants to give me a job, don't ever use the line of, we want diversity at our club, we'd think that you'd bring it to us. Because I'm not even going to come to you one bit. Thank you very much. Oh. But yeah, I feel like I've been waffling for ages, guys. I hope this video's at least helped one person. And if you're thinking of getting into football coaching and you need some advice and you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to find a team, holler at me on my coaching page. It's coach_h.ali and I'll be happy to help you. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be back again with more videos. Bye.